What's up, YouTube? So the intent today, we're going to be taking the seats out of the 4Runner, getting it ready basically to turn it into a kind of a little mini camper, do some car camping, do some photography. I've tried a couple of setups here. I've got a cot that goes in the back. Problem with the cot is there's some risers that I can kind of lift the cot up on in order to get it to fit, but these rear seats in the 4Runner to kind of get in the way of having any practical storage while I'm on the road. So what I'm doing right now, let me take you around to the other side. Just going to be taking these seats out. So with any luck, this should go, hopefully, really well. We'll see. Basic intent here is we're just going to be going ahead and clearing everything out of the back, but I want to make room for all of the gear that I've got to take on this trip. It's not really a good way with the 2025 4Runner. You fold the seats, the rear seats forward, they tumble, but you got a lot less room because they don't fold flat. So what I want to do is basically just create a platform back here, store all the gear, and set up a cot. I got the idea from one of the 4Runner forums, and think what I'd prefer to do, since I'm just going to kind of be riding solo on this trip, is just put everything in, leave the setup in, and just drive it that way. So I'm prepping things now, but the trip isn't until next weekend. A lot of this is going to be test next couple of days, just to see how it goes. So you can see there's just 4 14mm bolts. So socket wrench, 14mm socket, and 4 of these bolts. I'm going to put these back in so I don't lose them, hopefully. But the other thing that you want to make sure of when you're doing this is you've got this little wiring harness that needs to be unplugged before you take that seat out. Now these seats are a 60-40 split, and the first one wasn't too bad. The problem that I've got is I've only got one good arm due to a ruptured bicep tendon. So this second seat might take a little bit of finagling to get it out. May have to take it out through the back of the 4Runner, but we're just going to loosen it up. Same process as the other one. You take off the plastic covers, remove the bolts, and hopefully it should slide right out through the back. Don't forget the little wiring harness. Unclip that. So you can see the issue that I've got here. Just got this little bit of well for your feet here. The seats are up a little higher, so when they fold, they don't fold flat. And when you tumble them, they go into this space here, but it just really doesn't give you a whole lot of room to work with. So for somebody such as myself that is 5'11" and 250 pounds, there's not a whole lot of sleeping room back here unless you remove the seats. So this is a temporary setup, like I said. I'm going to be putting a cot in the back, but one of the things that I'm looking forward to in a couple of weeks, I've got a more of a storage system that's permanent that'll go in the back that actually has a shelf that folds out. It's a sleeping platform, and that should make things a lot more comfortable on trips. With those seats tumbled though, there's just not enough storage here in the back when you get a cot back here. So hopefully this will all work out. Big thing that I've got to do now is just clean things up, put the bolts back in place from the second seat that I removed, and try and get these things into the garage. Once I get that done, little pro tip, I've got dogs. So one of these little $6 or $7 tools on Amazon is great for getting the hair up. I'll be taking it later to get it washed, vacuumed, all that kind of stuff before I load everything in. But this at least does give me a good start, get a bunch of the dog hair out first, and I won't have to worry about struggling with a vacuum later. I kind of have some reluctance. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit a cot and all the gear that I need, even though it's just a short trip. But just testing things out. We'll see how it works. And hopefully I hadn't screwed anything up too bad. All right, day two here. Why is it day two? Well, we had some chores that we had to do. So after taking out both seats, what I realized was that that cot that I had is way too wide, and the 60-40 split, well, both seats would have to come out, and there's limited storage back here. The intent was to keep the cot completely assembled and ready at all times. That way I didn't have to get out and try and assemble it outside of the vehicle, especially in the rain. What I found out though was that I had no space for any of my stuff. Camera bag, totes, wet weather gear, anything that I needed to bring. So came up with a little bit simpler solution. Good enough to sleep on in a pinch. That's it. That's all there is to it. Just bring a pillow, some blankets, sleeping bag, what have you. You're all set. I don't think I ever gave everybody a tour of what I've done with the 4Runner. Back there is the bed, and that's the living room. The food. Can you see that pink cooler? That's not just pink, that's pank. All right. I was told that it was for me. I don't think that cooler was for me. There's no way that cooler was for me. Thanks for watching. I know there was not any photography whatsoever in this video, but I promise more photography to come. If you're interested in seeing any of the places we visited while we were in Charleston, head on over to Photo Tripper's channel where you can check out some of the stuff that he's posted already. In the meantime, I'll have another video coming out soon where I install a Colfax camper sleeping system in the 4Runner. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.